Yo, 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 what's going on, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy Hoodie Kush with the Basement Boys back again, ready to get it going for y'all, man. I just wanna check the temperature, man. I want to see where everybody's focus is at. Y'all saw the thumbnail. Just want to, I just want to see where y'all focus is at. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it seems like all of our other content creators, I understand. Don't get me wrong, I understand. They're heavy on this on the Micah Parsons thing, and I get it, man. I mean, it's a uh, it's a sketchy situation going on with our front office and Micah Parsons. I'll say this about the whole ordeal, and I'm just going to move on from it. When it when it comes to the Joneses, history has shown us it's never on our time. It's never on our time. They do things when they want to do things. They let things get ugly because Jerry already told you this is a soap opera. They just love how ugly it gets. Um, but me personally, like, I'm not worried. I don't think a trade is coming. Teams can talk all they want. But there's one thing I do know about Jerry Jones. He loves his guys. You know what I'm saying? It took him, 10 years to trade DeMarcus Lawrence? Unfortunately, um, DeMarcus Ware was a cap casualty. You know what I'm saying? It's not as if we didn't want to pay him. He was just a cap casualty. I mean, you have those instances. You have those, and that's with any team in the NFL, not just the Cowboys. It's with any team, pardon me. But as far as this whole Micah Parsons situation, I'm not worried. So I believe the deal gets done. It might not be when we want it. You might see it an hour before kickoff. You might see it an hour after kickoff. You might even see it 2 weeks from now. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But I just think, me personally, just for my own sanity, I pay no attention. It is what it is. I'm focused on this team and where we got to go. I'm focused on, unfortunately, them pigeons. You know what I'm saying? I get a lot of flack from. I live in pigeon country. If you didn't know, I live out here in South Jersey now, but I lived in Pennsylvania. I lived in Southeast Pennsylvania. In the pigeon coop. It was. It's. You got to be a strong one to be out here and be a cowboy. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a strong one. So, me personally, I don't really care. Like, I'm gonna rock with my boys. I'm a cowboy to the end. You know what I'm saying? But just checking the temperature, man. Again, just checking the temperature, seeing where everybody's at, man. How you feel, Dak Owens? I mean, how you feel about this upcoming week coming? What is your focus? You know what I'm saying? Because my focus is simply this. That's my focus. That right there is my focus. Two out of the three guys we didn't have last year, and one was banged up. That's where my focus is. You know what I'm saying? If you want me to drive it home, I will. That's where my focus is. Minus 11. You know what I'm saying? He's wearing 3 now. But that's where my focus is. You know what I'm saying? If that doesn't drive it home, I'll push it even further. You know what I'm saying? That's where my focus is. I want to see all these guys succeed. I want to see what they've learned. Am I saying we're going to go to the Super Bowl if we come out and go 3-0? Am I saying we're going to go to the Super Bowl if we come out? What's going on, Angie? How you, darling? That's cool. I appreciate you. I appreciate you at least listening. You know what I'm saying? Um, when you see these dudes, you know what I'm saying, those 3, and then we'll add the other 2 in there. You know what I'm saying? Cooper BB. In fact, I'll do that for you right now. There you go. See these 5 dudes right here? That's my focus. Can Terrence Steele come back stronger? Can Terrence Steele get a better grade pass blocking? You know what I'm saying? We already know what Tyler Smith is. We already know what Cooper Beebe is, and now he has better coaching. So with that better coaching that Cooper Beebe has gotten with this coaching staff, that tells me that he's going to come out and be better than he was last year. And he wasn't no slouch last year. He wasn't a slouch. Can we get a better Tyler Guyton? You know what I'm saying? Year one Tyler Guyton didn't bode too well. He had his ups, he had his downs. More downs than ups. But he wasn't horrible. Anybody who was expecting him to come out and beat Tyron Smith, you were kidding yourself. Okay? Sorry if I'm getting kind of stern, but I have to put it in perspective for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know, we give these guys a chance, and then we put these high expectations on these guys, not understanding that this is a different era. You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't even see Drew. That's the beauty of it. So he can go ahead and talk all the ish he wants. You know what I mean? If you got to block him, block him. I don't care. It ain't going to hurt my feelings. I don't understand why a Pigeon fan is in a Cowboys podcast anyway. I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? Then last but not least, Tyler Booker. Going back to my point, we don't give pigeons the chance to, you know, have an opinion here. You know what I'm saying? So then let's move on to Tyler Booker. Tyler Booker in the preseason showed us some things, but now it's about to be live bullets. This isn't just preseason where you're playing 2s and 3s. You're going to be going up against their 1s. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as I can't stand the Eagles, you got to respect them. You got to respect them. As much as you may not like it, you got to respect them because they're a good team. They are a good team. They had the number one offensive line last year. They had the number one defense last year. And that defense is who these guys are going to go up against. I'm going to tell you right now, Tyler Smith stymies Jalen Carter every time. Every time. No, well, I mean, you're different. You're my sweetheart. But, you know, your other constituents, they can kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, though. Thank you for being here. Terrence Steele, I understand he has his issues. He doesn't have a really good pass block rating. He doesn't. But we can run the ball behind him. That's for sure. That helps out our run game. Cooper Beebe, he has a pretty good pass block rating. He has a slightly above average run block grade. But that's not to say that this coaching staff that we brought in can't do better. You know what I'm saying? Can't make him better. Tyler Smith, we've seen his growth in the preseason, but that was preseason. We're getting into live bullets. This is live bullets now. Granted, he's not going to see the Josh Sweats that he saw last year. He's going to see something different. And this is a great test for him if he can play, if we can get him out there to play. You know what I'm saying? If he's not ready, he's not ready. There's nothing we can do about it. But we can only hope that Nate Thomas is up to the challenge. We can only hope that Nate Thomas is up to the challenge after that point. I wasn't expecting to see Tyler Guyton until at least week 2, week 3. So, I mean, it doesn't help or hurt us. You know what I'm saying? Either way. Nate Thomas has showed some things. I think he's competent enough to at least hold his own. You know what I'm saying? That's where my focus is. Let me show you again. These 3 gentlemen right here. That's where my focus is. That's where my focus is. Those 3 gentlemen right there. We know what CeeDee Lamb can get us. CeeDee Lamb in his best year had 1,700 yards. I think he was one stat line away from a triple crown. You know, Dak Prescott, when healthy, we know where he can give us MVP type numbers. Scoff if you want, but Dak Prescott can give us MVP type numbers, MVP type production. We've seen it with our own eyes, and not just once either. Not just once. George Pickens, he was the CeeDee Lamb of Pittsburgh. Now he is the George Pickens of the Cowboys with CeeDee Lamb. We've seen what he can do in preseason. Here's the beauty of it. This is what most people are neglecting to tell you. Not only do our opponents not know what the hell we're going to be, we don't know what we're going to be. Only those gentlemen there. All three of those gentlemen are dogs. All three of them. First team All Pro. He was a Pro Bowler. Dak, second team All Pro Bowler, MVP candidate. That counts for something in this league. Fuck what the fans tell you. Fuck what the fans of other teams tell you. You know what I'm saying? To hell with what they got to say. They don't know our team like we know our team. These three gentlemen, that front five, I'll show you again, that front five right there. That's what I'm focused on as far as offensively. That right there, that's what I'm focused on. Oh, you want to talk about the defense? Fine, we can do that too. See these gentlemen right here? Minus Overshown. We might get him back faster. Who knows? And there was one piece that I didn't show you offensively. Maybe two pieces I didn't show you offensively. One, because I'm not too confident in it. But the other one, oh yeah, Kevontae Turpin. Oh yeah, I'm confident. I'm super confident in that young man's abilities. Super confident. But these gentlemen here, your linebackers. This is your linebacking core. I'll start from bottom right. Young man in orange and blue, that's Justin Barron. It's pretty good. Unfortunately, he's on our practice squad, but he's pretty good. I'm glad we retained him. That young man right there in that blue and orange right there, wearing them Florida colors, that's Shamar James. You've seen a lot of him in preseason, and you've seen his motor. You've seen his IQ. That young man has a great career ahead of him. We picked up this guy right here, number 56. That's Kenneth Murray Jr., K9 as they call him. He is a dog. Believe that. He is a dog. I think we're going to get very good production out of K9. You look next to him, that's Damone Clark. Now, granted, Damone Clark coming into the league had the neck injury. Year after that, there was injuries on the line where DeMarvion Overshown couldn't play, and you saw him out of his position, out of his natural position, and you saw that he did not have a good going at it. Year after that, we had Mike Zimmer. For some odd reason, Mike Zimmer couldn't do nothing with him. Luckily, he's still on this team. Now you have the linebacker guru and Matt Eberflus, and you've seen a lot better play out of him because he's playing in his natural position. The Will, the Sam. Those are his positions. He is not a Mike. Keep that in mind. He is not a Mike. Young man up there, number 35. That's Maris Leofau. If you don't know him, don't worry, you will. You'll get to know him next week, I promise. You're going to know a lot about him. He's going to be in a lot of faces next week. There's going to be a lot of guys wishing they didn't run to his side. There's going to be a lot of guys who wishing that he didn't throw that pass to his side. He's a hitter. He's a thumper. He's got a motor. He's another one of our dogs. Young man in the middle. That guy right there, number 57, wearing a Brian Urlacher numbers. Yeah, that's Jack Sanborn. Jack Sanborn is probably one of the most cerebral linebackers that we have on this team right now. One of the most cerebral linebackers. He's not going to blow you away with his athleticism, but he's going to be where he's supposed to be every time. Mark my words. Then we have Agent Zero himself. We may not see him until they're projecting Thanksgiving, November. That's what they're projecting. But sometimes projections ain't all as cracked up to be, okay? Because they were projecting late October, early November for one Trayvon Diggs. Oh, yeah, this guy. Yeah, this guy. See that? They were projecting late October, early November for that guy. But what they won't tell you is, I appreciate you, Angie. I appreciate the $20 super chat, if you will. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's not, you don't necessarily have to do that, but I appreciate you. They were projecting late October, early November for this young man. That's what they were projecting. He might come back for week 1. He just may be back for week 1. That's what happens when you project things. Sometimes your projection isn't the reality. We may have him back for week 1. If not, that's fine. With him being ahead of schedule, I wasn't expecting to see him week 1. And I'm fine with it. I am so fine with it. It's not that big of a deal. Who I need to see out there is this young man. I need to see him. If we don't, we don't. But I need to see him out there. He adds an element to this defense that's bar none. He adds an element to this defense that makes it just that much more scary. Okay. I didn't have a lot of time to prepare for this one, so I'm going literally going off the cuff. But yeah, man, this is where my focus is. Right here. Right here. This is where my focus is. Right here. Those are the units that this team is going to have to lean on. The offensive line, the big 3, your linebackers, Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs. We're going to have to lean on that if we have that week 1. But for the things that we do have, the James Houstons, Marshawn Nealons, Donovan Ezerakus, Dante Fowler Jr., 10-sack guy last year. Just saying. For those guys, this is the time where they step up and show up. They got to step up and show up here. It's week 1. So week 1 doesn't really matter. It's week 1. We're not going to really know what this team is moving forward until at least week 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? That's always just been my thinking. You know what I'm saying? We don't normally find out what a team is until week 4 or 5. But is this game an important game to win? Yeah, it is. It's a divisional game. In fact, one of 2 divisional games, because you got one the week after. So in the grand scheme, if you're looking at divisional play and moving forward, trying to make it to the playoffs, these 2 games matter. Let's focus on the 1 for now, but these next 2 games matter. They matter more than you think. Playoff positioning is real. So these games matter. Say we go out there and beat the Eagles. Then the Giants go out there and they beat Washington. Then we're going to have a dogfight. I would love to go 2-0 in the division to start the year. I would love that. That would bring more joy to my life than anything. So we need to win these next 2 games, especially for divisional rankings. Everybody's counting us out. George Pickens included. No matter what type of good pieces we got. You saw the linebacker room. I think that's one of the best linebacker rooms in the NFL. Looking at it, I say that's like a top 10 offensive line in the league. Top 15, if you want to be a hater, top 15. If healthy. That top 3 tandem, that's a tandem right there. That's the best. That looks like one of the best, probably top 5 best wide receiver, a quarterback wide receiver duos that I've ever seen. Next to Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. So it's not impossible that we can't go out there and show our ass a little bit. Let's go play spoiler. I'm fine with that. Let's go play spoiler. Going to Philadelphia, letting them think that they could just push us over like they was playing the backups last season. We ain't backups. This is not back. You are not playing a team full of backups. The starters are here. Dak is healthy. When Dak's healthy, he burns y'all for 300 yards plus almost every time, win or lose. Win or lose. And that was just with CD. That was just with CD Jake Ferguson. I'm not going to disrespect the young man. I'm not going to do that because Hurdle and Ferg be hurtling over you guys like it's nothing. Be hurtling over you pitches like it's nothing. He do some crazy things to the NFC East. He do some crazy things. So I'm not going to leave that young man out. I'm not. I'm not going to do that. Hurdle and Ferg is that ball. Keep your eyes on him. You better lose sleep. Fangio, you better lose sleep. It's about to get ugly. You thought with CD, Tolbert, and a bunch of possibles who couldn't gain any separation made you lose sleep at night? Well, guess what? George Pickens is here. Ryan Flournoy, this is his year two jumping. He's looking amazing. Cavante Turpin, he's a dude that y'all don't really see that much. He's a dude that these Eagles don't ever get to see, except on punt returns and maybe in highlights when they're watching ESPN, when they got to watch film. They don't really see what Turpin can do. They don't. Don't get too high, don't get too low, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Don't get too high, don't get too low, man. Walk into this game confident, head held high, not giving a damn about what anybody else think. Because you can't tell me about my team. I'm on Twitter all day, every day. Tapped in with this one, tapped in with that one. I'll be on YouTube. Y'all be seeing me, Angie. Dak Owens, y'all be seeing me. I'm tapped in all the time. Never once will I ever say that I am an expert, a Cowboys expert. I'm not going to say I'm a football aficionado. I can't tell you what a cover two defense is just by looking at it. I can't do that. But what I can do is tell you what these individuals on this team can do to the individuals on your team. Not only is it recorded, but it's true. I've seen it. I got a chance to see CD cook teams. See Dak cook up defenses. For some odd reason, he enjoys cooking up the Eagles defense. We be making fried wings every time we play. We may not win every game against y'all, but y'all know y'all in a dogfight when Dak is healthy. If you're not playing Cooper Rush, this ain't Cooper Rush y'all saying twice. Little fun fact for everybody. Y'all saw how when the Eagles got Saquon Barkley, right? The whole NFL was in an uproar. The whole NFL was like, oh boy, the Eagles just got over the hump, and they did. I'm not going to sit here and fraud. I am not going to sit here and fraud. Saquon Barkley changed that team. He did. That one individual walked on and changed that offense. He really did. He changed the way that they play offense. Can't argue it. Can't fight it. Can't disrespect it. Because we wish we had the same thing. But Saquon Barkley never really had a good career against the Cowboys until game 2 of last year. Game 1, we held him to 66 yards. He wasn't very good with the Giants when it came to the Cowboys. If he was, Dak wouldn't be the Cowboys wouldn't be 12-1 against the Giants, 14-1 against the Giants. But when you send a guy somewhere with the right coaching, the right tools around him, this is what you get. Saquon Barkley going over 2,000 yards, winning a rushing title. You know what I'm saying? I think he should have won MVP last year, but who am I? I'm not a Pigeons fan. I'm a football fan. You know what I'm saying? Hold on real quick. I'm at work right now. Give me 1 second. That way I'm seen. I'm not sitting in the dark like a vampire. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me. Sorry, life gets real, you know what I'm saying? Even when you're at work. But yeah, man, like it's just I can't stress this enough. I can't stress this enough. That right there. How can you not be optimistic? What, because Micah's not here? We won games without Micah last year. Yeah, we had the Marvion Overshawn. Yeah, we had Maris Leofow. Yeah, we had other pieces in there. We won games without Micah last year. Did we win games of the magnitude of this? Probably not. Probably not. But the games we did win, we won in spite of not having Micah. So if Micah's not there, it's not that big of a deal. It's going to hurt because he adds another element. He does. He adds another element. I was on, I think it was on YouTube watching Hanging with the Boys. And Jesse Holly. I don't really give Jesse Holly too much credence, but shout out to Jesse Holly, man. He said there are games this season that we're going to face where you need your Jimmies and Joes. But then there's games we're going to play where you need the X's and O's. This is one of those games where you can use the Jimmies and Joes, but this is a game you got to beat them with X's and O's. Are our coaches up to the task with the weapons that we have? That's the question. Are our coaches up to the task? I think they are. If you're telling me we're running a vanilla offense all through preseason and I'm seeing the individuals flash the way that they're flashing, even in a neutral setting, what are we going to see when these guys are schemed? You know what I'm saying? Like, we saw James Houston bull rush left tackles and pocket them. Like, literally pocket these dudes. What are you going to do? What are we going to see when it's schemed this time? We seen Marshawn Kneeling flash. We seen Donovan Ezeraku flash. What's it going to look like when it's schemed? That's the question. What's it going to look like? We saw these linebackers go crazy over the offseason. We saw these linebackers go crazy in the offseason. What's going to happen when it's schemed? If they're going crazy in the neutral offense and the neutral defense, what are we going to see when you take it up a notch? When you scheme open a George Pickens, when you scheme open a CD Lamb, when you actually motion one of these dudes to the same side as the other, and you got Kavontae Turpin sitting by himself and the safety over top of him. Or he's got to go up against, or you motion Turpin into where a linebacker has to, then they're going to have to dedicate a safety to him. Because we know a linebacker can't stay with him. We know a linebacker can't stay with CD. A linebacker can't stay with Ryan Flanoy. And that's no shade. Ryan Flanoy has stepped it up. Ryan Flanoy is going to have a big year. If you ask me, I think Ryan Flanoy overtakes Jalen Tolbert's number 3 spot by week 4. I'm just saying. The writing's on the wall. All you got to do is just put on your sunglasses and read it. The writing's on the wall. I'm hoping for a good season. 9-8, 10-7. Hell, maybe even 11-6. I'm hoping for a good season. I really am. Getting Perrion Winfrey on the defense. Somebody who's equally as a dog as the dude we're about to go play. You can't deny it. You can't. Bull plays with violence, a veracity to him. You can tell he loves this game. This dude plays with so much fire under him. I can't wait to see what happens when you take the gloves off. Jay Thoia, seventh round guy. Faster get off than I've seen that we've had on this line from a one tech. You know what I'm saying? Fastest get off I've seen, and he's strong. and it's hard to move them. Are they going to dedicate 2 to 3 offensive linemen to push him out of the way? Well, guess what? If the linebackers were playing that good in the preseason, what do you think will happen when it's live bullets and they take it up a notch? I believe that this coaching staff is going to throw it all to the wall. It's going to throw it all out there. This is a divisional game. It's the first game of the season, and we're playing the Super Bowl champ, Philadelphia Pigeons. Bruh, mark my words, we're going skeet shooting. We're going skeet shooting. We go skeet shooting at least once a year. We're going skeet shooting in Philadelphia. We're going duck hunting. Here's the crazy part. We brought our dogs with us. George Pickens. I believe that every team should have 2 crash outs on their team. One on offense, one on defense. And if you got more, cool. I want as many crash outs as possible, because at least I know those crash outs is going to crash out and give you everything that they got. They're going to make it hard on the opposing team. And I have a feeling we're going to make it extremely hard on these Eagles to beat us. You don't believe me? Week 6 last year, we played the Eagles, or week 10. I think it was week 10. We played the Eagles. First half, couldn't do shit with us. And they were backups. Week 16, first half, couldn't do shit with us. And they were backups. Chauncey Golston, Tyrus Wheat. No shade. Chauncey Golston played himself into a contract. Tyrus Wheat played himself off of his team and elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? No shade. Big up to those guys. I want to see nothing but success for all these guys. Everybody in the NFL. Just not when you play my Cowboys. Call me critical. I don't care. Like, had an argument with a dude on Twitter talking about if the Cowboys were bad last year, how do I think that they're going to beat the Eagles week 1? Because the league is ever changing. The league is ever changing. You don't get it's a copycat league, number 1. Number 2, you don't get the same production out of everybody every year. Things change. Quarterback's coach here is gone. Running back's coach there is gone. Defensive coordinator gets a better job. Offensive coordinator becomes a head coach. You don't have the same. The head coach of that same team that won the Super Bowl may want to hold on to some of those philosophies. But sometimes it's not that the execution ain't always the same. It's not. This is a copycat league. And by it being a copycat league, teams catch on to your tendencies. We know that Vic Fangio likes to run zone defense. We know this. We know he loves to run a cloud. We know this. We all know it. We know that he likes to win with 4. He doesn't blitz his linebackers too much because they're playing in coverage. He'll rush 4, drop 7. He plays a cloud. That's the most I know. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me to line, but that's the most I know. We know that Vic Fangio likes to do this. He runs a lot of exotic fronts, stunts, and all this. It's up to our offensive linemen to be able to be cerebral enough to pick that stuff up. Keep a clean pocket. Open up a rushing lane here. And it's incumbent on our running backs to hit the correct lane and go. I don't want to see any more, oh no, I can get it better out here. No, damn that. Hit the lane and go. We ain't fucking around. We're about to walk into the pigeon's den. Okay? We're about to walk into the pigeon's den. If they won a Super Bowl, they get to do something that they haven't gotten to do but one other time in 60 years. They get to hang a banner. And here's the beauty of it. They get to hang a banner right in front of you, right in front of us, the star. They get to hang a banner right in front of us, and we got to sit there and take it. But nobody said we had to be nice about it. Since we got to sit here and watch y'all lower y'all banner, since we got to sit here and watch y'all play with y'all rings with the wings on them, we're going to fuck y'all day up. That's what I want from my team. I want my entire team to adopt this philosophy. You guys got a ring. Congratulations. Super Bowl winner. Awesome. We about to fuck y'all up. That's what I want to see. That's the type of mentality I want from these guys. I want them going out there shiesty masked up. I want this whole team to be crash outs. Real trap, dog. I want this whole team to go in there with the intent to crash out, but on the football field. There's somebody, I saw something on X a couple weeks ago. I don't really even like giving this life because it was disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting. Had a dude on there talking about Dak's mama, like, come on, bro. Like, and here's the crazy part. As much as I know Dak likes to, silence the noise, I know he saw it. I know somebody brought it to his attention. Just because he likes to silence the noise doesn't mean that Tad likes to silence the noise. I'm pretty sure Tad showed him. I'm pretty sure. Another fun fact. Did y'all know that September 4th is Peggy Prescott's birthday? Yep. Peggy Prescott's birthday. Dak's mama's birthday. And you're playing in Philadelphia where you really like to play and light these dudes up. And they're lowering a banner. They got a Super Bowl. You got a shit ton of fans that's going to be talking a bunch of crazy shit. You know what I call that? Fuel. I call that fuel. Not just for Dak. No, not just for Dak. Fuel for this defense. Fuel for the coaches. Fuel for the running backs. Fuel for the offensive line. Tight ends. Receivers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Special teams. Brandon Aubrey. Butter Aubrey. We might get a chance to see him kick a 70-yarder this week coming. It'll be outside, but, who knows? Maybe we can, maybe we can't. We get to see these dudes go out here and finally play some football. I am excited. I just pulled out all my jerseys. I got them waiting for me. It's going to get to a point where once I start finishing my basement, I'm going to hang them all up. You know what I'm saying? Every game day, I'll pick one, put it on, sit and rock with y'all. It's about to get ugly. These running backs. Let's talk about the running backs. The running back situation. Here's how I think this is going to go. So we all know the general consensus is Javonte Williams is starting. That's the general consensus. Then Miles Sanders. I don't know why. Then Jadon Blue. Miles Sanders and Jadon Blue are both nursing injuries. Hopefully, come Monday or come tomorrow, I think they start practice. Come tomorrow, they'll both be on the practice field. Hopefully, all looks well. Again, we don't know what this scheme is going to be. We don't know how this offensive line is going to play. Now, I will say this: if you look at the tea leaves with Clayton Adams, Connor Riley, they're both pin and pull type guys. They're both pin and pull type guys, right? So you can see a lot of outside zone. You can see, me personally, get to the edges. Beat them on the edges. Not every team can set the edge. Beat them on the edges. Beat them on the edges where they're weak. Punch on them on the edges where they're weak. You know what I'm saying? Keep pushing. Don't sit there and play with it. Don't play with your food. Get the play action going. If there's a threat of the run, that opens up your pass. But sometimes, just sometimes, you can have the air raid set up your run. And if you're looking at it, I think that's how this offense is going to look. We're going to set it. We're going to go the inverse. We're going to throw the ball to set up the run, but we're not going to throw the ball with. We're not going to throw the ball frivolously. I'm not. That's if that makes sense. I'm not going to say that they're going to throw the ball frivolously. I don't think you'll see Dak throw the ball over 30 times this year, over 30 times any game, because I don't think the offense dictates that he does. You have guys that have yak ability, and that's all 5 of the receivers. You know what I mean? Like, maybe not so much Tolbert. Maybe not so much Tolbert. He's reliable. He can get open. Like, he can, if it's a zone and everybody else is covered, he'll find a way to get open. Okay. But for the most part, you have guys that have yak ability. So everything doesn't have to be sit in the pocket to give it the 2-second snap count. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be that way. You can run a quick game on these dudes. You can run the quick game on these dudes. And not only that, if you play with tempo, which the Cowboys are known to do, they have a tendency to play with tempo. You know what I'm saying? Meaning no huddle. So if these guys are playing with tempo, with the guys that we have, that bodes well for us. We can get back to our spots and go. The defense, that's on them. We can gas them early and melt them away throughout the rest of the game. But that's incumbent upon us to be able to have a threat of the run. We have to have a threat of the run. I'm not saying we got to run the ball 200 yards a game. It would be nice, but we don't have to. There just has to be that threat. So let Jadon Blue get off for a couple of runs, for a couple of 35-yard runs. He gets off for a couple of 35-yard runs. That's going to snap something in the defense like, yo, we got to respect this. We got to respect that. Sort of like how they did last year with Saquon Barkley. Threat of the run. Opens up the play action. Opens up the pass down the field. That's what that does. I'm pretty sure y'all heard this from all of our other content creators. I'm not going to fake the funk. I'm not going to sit here and glaze over these dudes. We know who the who's who are. We know who they are. We need those guys to step up. But yet, not only do I need my who's who to step up, I want my ancillary pieces to do exactly the same thing. Come from my number one's head. I want my second unit of edge rushers to not have a drop off, to play just as hard, just as fast, and just as explosive as my first set. So on and so forth. Same thing with DTs. Same thing with corners. If Kyer Elam's able to get a pick, I want DeRon Bland to do the same thing. I want Zion Childress, because they will elevate him and he will be in the slot. I want Zion Childress to be to be a J. Lou-like. He's bigger. He's not afraid to hit. He's not afraid to come down in the box. That's the type of guy we need. I think that was a very good pickup. I want my safeties. Safeties are smart for the most part. I mean, Donovan Wilson can't cover worth shit, but the ball can hit. He ain't afraid to come down in the box either. He ain't afraid to lay a shoulder into somebody. I just want to see them put it all together. I'm not expecting a blowout on either side, because I doubt we're going to get blown out. I seriously doubt we're going to get blown out. If we lose, it'll be like we lost in 2023, 28-25. That's what it's going to have to come down to. I'd rather lose getting close, and not having penalties. That's another thing that's killed us. Not having penalties. But I'd rather lose knowing that my team went out there and battled with these dudes and they just get away with a narrow win. Yeah, it's a win. They won, but they didn't beat the shit out of us. At least I know that our game plan works. We just need to step it up on defense or step it up on offense. I want to talk about somebody real quick. Y'all see him standing up front. This dude gets a lot of fucking hate, man. I try not to touch on this. I try not to make it a Dak Prescott thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna get you're a Dak fanboy and you riding on Dak. He ain't never done nothing. We lost a lot of games last year. Dak played in 8 games. Dak went 3-5. 3 of those games we got blown out. 2 of those games we were in. 2 of those games we were in because of that dude standing up front. Baltimore. We could have beat Baltimore. Under 2 minutes left on the clock. All we had to do was stop the Ravens. We didn't stop the Ravens. We didn't stop them from getting the first down so they could salt the game away. Second game was the Atlanta game where he got hurt. If he does not get hurt, we win that game. Even though the defense still couldn't stop a nose from running. But for all the hate that this man gets, he is, and not only does he have his shortcomings, he is the reason why we're in a lot of these games. You can say whatever you want. Well, it's in the regular season. What does he do in the playoffs? The same fucking thing. Gives us an opportunity. It shouldn't just be on him. I already asked y'all earlier this year in the offseason. I want to ask it again to all my fellow Cowboys fans and constituents. Can we this year, because I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of it. Can we not say Dak Prescott is this and that against y'all? Can we not say Dak Prescott is that and this against this team? Can we not say that? Can we just say the Cowboys are this and that? I'll say this. We are 9-4 when Dak is playing on the field, playing against Philadelphia. We are 14-1, the Cowboys. The Cowboys are 14-1 when Dak is on the field, playing against the Giants. We are 12-2 when Dak is on the field, playing against the Washington Commanders. We own the NFC East when Dak is on the field. When we don't have Dak, we don't look that good against the NFC East, or at least against the Phillies, the Pigeons. But I just need us to get out of this mode where it's Dak is 9-4 against the Eagles. Dak is 2-1 against Jalen Hurts. Nah, the Eagles, the Cowboys are 2-1 against Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? 2-4 against Jalen Hurts. 2-1 whatever against Jalen Hurts. But 2-1 against Jalen Hurts when Dak's on the floor. We're giving these other fans and talking heads something to come at this man for, because we put him up there. I mean, they make it like, don't get me wrong, they also make it like if the quarterback doesn't get you there, it's his fault. Or if the quarterback gets you there, oh, he gets all the praise. I understand that. Just like the Kansas City Chiefs in 2022, Kansas City Chiefs in 2023. Pat Mahomes was part of the reason, but he wasn't the whole situation. The Philadelphia Eagles 2024, Jalen Hurts, he was part of the reason. He wasn't the whole thing. So I challenge y'all. Let's stop saying Dak this and Dak that. I love my QB1. I know how good he is. I've seen him from the beginning of his career until now. I've seen the ups and downs, ebbs and flows, good, the bad, the ugly, and all that. I've seen it all. I've seen it all when it comes to this dude. And all in all, he still helps this team get to the playoffs, to have a chance. Because that's all it's about, having a chance. It is hard to win a Super Bowl. It is hard to get to the playoffs. You have to be consistent. And that's not just the quarterback. That's the wide receivers running routes. That's the offensive linemen clogging up closing the gaps and opening up lanes for running backs. Running back seeing those lanes and being able to hit those lanes and for positive gain. Defensive edges who are pass rushers getting home at the quarterback. DTs who are run stoppers clogging up that middle so no runs can get past them. Linebackers filling the edges and hitting those gaps where there may be lanes open so you can close those lanes. Corners playing sticky ass coverage. Safeties keeping everything in front of you so no one gets behind you. Coaches putting your players in the best possible positions to where they can succeed. It's not just on Wayne Dakota Prescott. It's not just on CD Lamb. It's not just on Micah Parsons. All three of these dudes add an element to this team to where we can be a lot better. So I just challenge y'all. Let's just stop saying, oh, well, Dak is, and then CD is. We know what CD is. You heard him tell you. I guess y'all forgot what I look like when 4 is healthy. Don't worry. I'll be happy to show you. He's about to show them. He may not reach the 1,700 yards again. He may not. He won't have to. You got George Pickens on the other side. You got coaches who understand how to utilize their personnel. That's what you got. So let's start up top. We have players. So let's just say, for sake of an argument, front office did its job, minus Micah, right? Front office did its job. You got players in here that can compete. I want to contend, but you got players in here that can compete, right? So then you got coaches in here to get said players in the right spots to maximize the competition. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Now let's look at the game plan. We don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to pretend to know what it is. We all understand football philosophy. We've seen enough of it. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are 30, 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? 43, such as myself, be 44 in October. We've seen enough football to know that what a good football philosophy is. Can these coaches bring that? Will these coaches bring that? Said it before, I'll say it again. There's 3 things you need in order to win the Super Bowl or to be successful. You need dogs. Those dogs need discipline. Just a little bit of luck. Just a little bit of luck. Just a little bit of luck. Talking about discipline, we can't have the penalties, the pre-snap penalties, the bonehead penalties. That's going to hurt us when trying to win games. There's 18 weeks, 17 games in a regular season. Can these gentlemen be disciplined enough to lower the penalties from last year? I think so. I think they can. I don't think Eberflus had a highly penalized team. I don't even think Shadi had a highly penalized offense in his tenure. I mean, there's probably was some hiccups here or there. Nobody's perfect. But if we're talking to the level of 14 penalties in a single game, holdings, false starts, they push you behind. I believe in moving forward, progression. To progress means to move forward. Staying steady. Regression. I don't believe in it. I don't want my offensive line to believe in it. I don't want my quarterback to believe in it. The only unit I want to believe in regression is my defense to their offense. Make them regress. Oh, he gained 5 yards, push him back another 7. Don't give them everything. Don't give them anything, but you take from them everything. What I want from this team is just, again, this is a 2 to 3 year process. The head coach is married to the quarterback's married to the wide receiver. This is a 2 to 3 year process. I'm not expecting them to make it in the playoffs. I am expecting them to be one game better than they were last year, especially if everybody stays healthy. But if everybody stays healthy, guess what that means? Every year Dak's been healthy, 12-5. Just saying. Every year Dak's been healthy, been 12-5. So is it impossible for us to go to a playoffs and Shotty's first year as head coach? No, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. You know what I'm saying? I like to think we have a great group of guys in the locker room. I happen to think we have a great group of guys coaching these guys in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit here and put such high expectations on a first year head coach. So that way I could be disappointed. Fuck you. I'm not gonna be disappointed. He said it himself. Will we win a Super Bowl? I don't know. I hope so. I think so. But if it doesn't happen, come back next year and try it again. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. So my expectations for this team are not very high, but they're not extremely low. I just want you to be one game better than you were last year. But if you're 2 games better, if you're 10-7, I'll take it. If you're 11-6, I'll take that too. You won't hear me complain. Then if we get to the playoffs, then here comes the other conversation. We don't have to have that today, but once you get to the playoffs, there comes a different conversation. Because rest assured, the things that you did in the regular season to get to where you had to get to, meaning the playoffs, you're going to have to switch that shit up so you can get to where you need to get to, the Super Bowl. And it's not guaranteed. It is not guaranteed. Some teams were lucky enough to have snowstorms in the first half of their games, you know what I'm saying, which messed it up for the other team, you know. Or sometimes you get a little lucky and you got to play bum squads. You know what I'm saying? You know, like i.e. the Giants, you know, with Daniel Jones. Sometimes you just get lucky. That's where the luck element comes in. But let's just say you're not lucky. And your Jimmys and Joes just aren't enough. This is where you need your X's and O's. Regular season is for the Jimmys and Joes. Get your numbers up. So you can be an all-pro, Pro Bowler, first team, second team, Triple Crown winner, the comeback player of the year, defensive player of the year. Yeah, Jimmys and Joes, go ahead, light it up. Light up the scoreboard. We heard Mike McCarthy say it. He said, this dude said out of his mouth, man, Kellen Moore just wants to light the scoreboard up. I just want you to run the damn ball. Motherfucker, don't you want to score as many points as you can so they can't? The longer your offense is on the field, their offense is sitting down. I want 15 play drives. Drives that last 6, 7, 8 minutes. I want that. Time of possession is real, especially if you can score and if you can capitalize on it. I want that every time. You don't believe me? Look at the Philadelphia Eagles. They was doing it all year last year. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 play drives. Keeping your offense on the sideline while gassing your defense. That's what I want. That's what we need. I want to matriculate. I don't want to just go darting down the field. No, let's matriculate. Let's run the same play 5 times in different variations because we know they can't stop it. That's what you want. That's what you want. That's smart football. So their defense is gas. Yeah, their offense is nice and rested, but so is your defense. Your defense is nice and rested. They have no other choice but to hold serve and try to score. What does that allow your defense to do? It all starts up front. It allows your pass rushers to get to the quarterback, linebackers to hold down the center and the flats, and it allows your corners and your safeties to play in coverage, possibly get a turnover or two. And guess what else that does? Possibly gives your team a short field. You can score again. Keep putting your foot on their neck. That's how it's supposed to work. That's how you do it. I'm not going to sit here and act like we don't have the tools to go in there against Philadelphia and literally beat shit down their leg. I'm not going to act like we don't have those tools. We do. Are there questions? Yeah. I'm not delusional. I'm not delusional. But I am smart enough to know that some of the pieces that we have on our team could cause a real problem for a lot of things that go on with their offense as far as defensively. And a lot of things that we got on our offense could cause massive problems for their defense. I am smart enough to know that. I've seen it. I've seen Jake Ferguson at one turn go in and hurdle a defender, stiff arm another one, and get another 10 yards. But I've also seen Ferg catch a 5-yard pass, turn up the field, and then fumble. I have seen that. I've seen Dak lead game-winning drives in Philadelphia to win a shootout. I've seen that. But I've also seen Dak step out of bounds on the 1-yard line. I've seen that too. I've seen CD light these dudes up for 10 catches for 177 yards. Shit, I saw Brandon Cooks do that. And George Pickens ain't Brandon Cooks. George Pickens is better than Brandon Cooks. Be careful. Let me make absolutely sure. Because sometimes people just say stuff. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry for the silence. What we've learned today is that Dallas Cowboys front office saying deadlines make deals is coming to fruition currently. We now know that the front office deadline in and has been Friday, August 29th. I don't see where this guy got traded, but I mean, I'm pretty much tapped in a lot of places, man. I don't know. No, we're not. I traded three-time Pro Bowler Michael Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. Parsons and the Packers already have reached agreement 1-for-4. You know what that would be? You know what we would call that, Peg? We call that tampering. He's already under contract. He can't sign with another team. He can't. You know damn well they can't, because that's tampering. So I'm not going to hold any weight on that. You know what I'm saying? That holds no weight on that, holds zero weight to me. If they do trade them, they trade them. If they don't, oh well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, it's just interest. It didn't happen, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you staying on top of it for me, even though you're an Eagles fan. Yeah, I'm not worried about that, man. Like again, I don't really. It really makes no difference. It makes no difference to me. It makes no difference because no matter what, no, you good, you good. No matter what, I'm still a Cowboy. I mean, whether Mike is here or not, I'm still a Cowboy. If they trade him, then it puts the whole thing to bed. I was already preparing for a week one without Micah. I was already preparing for that. You know what I'm saying? So if we don't have him and he goes to the Packers week one, okay. Can't change nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't change a thing. Hey, it is what it is. If he goes, he goes. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I can't change it. I'm just a fan. It sucks, but whatever. It is what it is. So yeah, with that being said, man, you know, if we lose Michael, we lose Michael. I mean, I was already preparing for it without him, preparing for the season without him, or at least week one. You know what I'm saying? Um, this isn't something we haven't seen before. You know what I'm saying? This is not something we haven't seen before. We've seen rumors come out about, oh, well, Dak's going to go to the Raiders. We see where he's at. Oh, man, CD might look for a trade. We see where he's at. If they're talking about trading Micah Parsons, it's calling bluffs. I say it would be calling bluffs. I'm not really worried about it. If, you know, it's not going to make me change my stripes, I'm still going to stick with what I know. And if Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones decides to do that, they're fucking morons. But whatever. I still buy jerseys. I don't own a Jerry Jones jersey. I don't own a Stephen Jones jersey. I don't even own a Will McClay jersey. I don't. I don't own that stuff. I don't even know who those guys are. I'm a Cowboys fan, not a Jerry Jones fan, not a Stephen Jones fan. The dudes that they put on the field, those are the dudes that I rock with. Hey, well, if it's a done deal, I mean, I'm on Twitter right now, you know, checking it out. Bruh. Well, yep. Per Jordan Schultz, breaking, the Cowboys are trading all-pro pass rusher Michael Parsons to the Packers. Parsons gets $188 million over a 4-year deal with $136 million fully guaranteed, multiple sources say. Multiple sources say, but it hasn't been confirmed. I'll believe it when I get confirmed, when I get confirmation. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, man, there's still Cowboys here. Still cowboy here. You know what I'm saying? Granted, we're going to have to see those dudes. What is that, week 4? Week 5? That's going to be fun. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be fun. Apparently, if that trade goes through, we're supposed to be getting somebody in like 3 first-round picks, 2 first-round. I ain't worried about that shit. Those picks don't help us right now. Those picks do not help us right now. So, whatever. Does that mean that they go out and kick the tires on a few more things? I think if you're trading Micah Parsons, I would think that you should. I would think that you should. I think you might want to give the Ravens a call for Okoye. You know what I'm saying? You might want to give another couple teams a call about some DTs or corners or offensive line or whatever, running backs. Kick the tires around. Hold on. Yeah, that's crazy. In a year's time, to the Packers. That's disgusting. You could have traded them to a team that we weren't going to play this year. I would have preferred that. You know what I'm saying? Like, now Dak's got to worry about this dude. Like, come on, man. And we know Terrence still can't stop fucking Micah Parsons. We know that. Like, so you're gonna have to dedicate like 5 different players to this dude. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm staying, man. Thank you, Joneses. And this is what we mean by the front office gets in our way. The front office gets in the players' way. When you do shit like this, I'm trying not to be mad. I'm trying not to show my true emotions right now. Okay? But when your front office does stupid shit like this, like stupid, all you had to do was call his agent. Jerry, you were talking about giving this dude 200 guaranteed, and all you had to do was call his agent. Put your pride to the side. Kill your ego. You didn't want to do that. Well, Twitter sphere is going nuts. Facebook's going nuts. YouTube's going nuts. I just saw like 5 different dudes go live. DMV, Tuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised Rome is probably about to go live. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we know. We know. It's never really been the players. It's been the lack of players. You know what I'm saying? The lack thereof. But it's never really been the players. It's always been the front office. And now you know why I don't own a Jerry Jones jersey. Now you know why I don't own a Stephen Jones jersey, Will McClay jersey. I don't own those jerseys. You just screwed Brian Schottenheimer in his opening year as a head coach. You just screwed this man. You just screwed Matt Eberflus coming back to the Cowboys. You just screwed these dudes. Do we know that do we know that this screws them? Do we know it? No, because we're not psychics. We are not psychics. I can't look 4 months ahead. I can't. I can only go by what I've seen. And you just screwed these guys. This is a rookie head coach. You should give him anything and everything that he needs in order to be successful. And what do? You trade away one of the best defenders we have. Smart. Real smart. Real smart. Because of your ego. Not because of anything else. He didn't have any issues off the field. He wasn't problematic. He was no diva. He just wanted the same thing that he came to you last season about. A contract. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? How come you didn't do all this when it was Zach Martin? I don't want to have to say what it was, but we all know. We're not dumb. We're not slow here. We know what it was. This is a blow. This is a sharp blow. This is a sharp blow. Two first-round picks and a frontline player. Who? Like, I don't care who the frontline player is. He better be a 360-pound DT. He better be a 360-pound DT. 6'8", 360, like world beater. No one can stop him. Yeah, the Cowboys fucked us yet again. Fucked us again. This is what they do. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. You fucked Mike McCarthy on his last year by getting him no one. You're fucking like, he was right, man. This is a shit show. He was right. Soap opera is right, dog. Two first-round picks. Yeah, this does not help. Like, it does not help. I'm not, honestly, your line's really not that good. Tyler Smith stymies Jalen Carter every time. Every time. Y'all better go over there and play with Booker or something, because we already know damn well that Jalen Carter cannot handle Tyler Smith. I'm telling you that right now. So it's the best guard in the league. Best guard in the league. Jalen Carter can't handle Tyler Smith. So you can try that with somebody else. Maybe Jordan Davis can do something to, who was it over there? TJ Bass, Brock Hoffman? That was them. Okay? TJ Bass, Brock Hoffman. It wasn't Tyler Smith. And y'all about to see Tyler Booker. So I don't give a damn about your line. Your line means nothing to me. That cooks y'all anyway. Cooks your whole defense. So that's insane. Facts. Facts. It ain't going to make no football sense at all. Lady 2I is fuming. Oh, boy, that's crazy. That's crazy. Do the Joneses realize it? Like, I got pigeon fans. I got nut ass pigeon fans in my chat laughing at us. Laughing at us because Steven and Jerry Jones have too much of an ego to understand how to win games and or another Super Bowl. Like, the Joneses won't learn. The Joneses won't learn. And what we'll do as Cowboys fans is keep coming back year after year. Year after year. I'm an avid Cowboys fan. Been a Cowboys fan all my life. I'm not going nowhere. I was a Cowboys fan before Jerry even bought the team. Always going to be a Cowboys fan. Roger Staubach days. You know what I'm saying? That's how far I go back. That's how far I go back. Danny White days. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how far I go back. Like, I'm not going to change my stripes, but that don't mean I got to sit here and like it. That don't mean I got to sit here and like this shit. As a Cowboy, I have no other choice but to accept it. If he's not on the team anymore, he's not on the team. That doesn't mean I have to fucking like it. And that doesn't mean I can't voice my opinion. Jerry and Stephen Jones, you two are literally the worst humans ever to own a football team. And that's saying a lot. I can't remember the owner of what's going on with you, Brandy? How are you, darling? Happy to have you. Talking with Roger. Like, no, what I said was I go way back to Roger Staubach. See, that's the problem with Eagles fans. That No Child Left Behind starts to kick in. They don't know how to listen. I said, I am a Cowboy. I have been a Cowboy my entire life. I was a Cowboy before Jerry even bought the team. I've been a Cowboy since Roger Staubach, Danny White. Tell me, you ain't lying. It is shocking. It's downright embarrassing. It's downright embarrassing. That's what it is. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. If we thought the Dallas Mavericks moving on from Luka was stupid, like this is equally on par. There's a DT everybody been begging for. Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. That is stupid. That is dumb. Wow. And all he had to say, all he had to do was just talk to the agent. That's all he had to do. That's all he had to do. Put your ego to the side and talk to the agent. That's shitty. But game goes on. Let's continue to prepare for the Eagles because that's what we got to worry about. I mean, we ain't got to worry about this right now. That shit's done. I believe I said at the beginning of this, or not. In fact, not too long ago. I just said not too long ago. I want one of 2 things to happen: either sign them or trade them away so we can get this shit over with and go back to focusing on football. I am focused on football. I am focused on the Philadelphia Eagles. I am focused on walking into the link while they drop their banner and beating the wholesale shit down their leg. That's what I'm focused on. Did Micah add a different level? Yes, he did. That doesn't help us now. So we got to go out there with what we got and see what happens. I know this much. With those now you have 3 first-round picks within the next 2 years. This is what you do. Get your fucking head out of your ass and go get me somebody worth getting. Get your head out of your ass and get me somebody worth getting. I'm always going to be a Cowboy. That's not going to change. It's not going to change. But I'm going to voice my opinion at every turn. I'll be getting on the spaces in a moment so I can scream out loud outside, not in the office. So with that being said, man, it's your boy Hoodie Kush, man. I appreciate you guys being here with me. Real talk, man. Being here with me throughout the stupid ass trade information. You know what I'm saying? Being with me just to see where everybody's head's at. And, I mean, see if we can all remain steadfast and focused. You know what I'm saying? To the Eagles fans who came in, I appreciate y'all coming in and being respectful. I appreciate y'all coming in and being respectful because we're going to be respectful to you. The minute you get disrespectful, you got to expect it back. But I'm going to hold firm in my assertion earlier. Week 1, we're going skeet shooting. We're going skeet shooting. So prepare yourselves. It's going to be a barn burner. Y'all be good, man. It's your boy Hoodie Kush with the Basement Boys. I'm out.